Welcome students. Today we will discuss the psychoanalytical theory of personality. This video covers the part 1 video of psychoanalytical theory of personality. The part 2 will be explained in the next video. The psychoanalytical approach to personality was created and advocated by Sigmund Freud by viewing people as being engaged in a constant struggle to fulfill their biological urges. His school of thought is known as the School of Psychoanalysis, and the approach it adopted for understanding human behavior and personality is known as the psychoanalytical approach. His theory states that theory of personality is built on the premise that the mind is topographical and dynamic. There are divisions which are always moving and interrelated. According to Freud, there are 3 layers of mind of an individual: conscious, subconscious, and unconscious layers of mind. These 3 levels of human mind are continuously in a state of clash and compromise to give birth to one or the other type of behavioral characteristics, resulting in a specific type of personality. Freud also believes that the anatomy of our personality is built around the 3 unified and interrelating systems, which he called the 3 components of the mind, that is id, ego, and superego. Id is the most selfish, unethical, and basic components of man's animal nature. Superego, the ethical, moral aspect of the psyche. And the ego, the real self, the balancing force between id and the ego. Sigmund Freud put forward a dynamic concept of personality by conceptualizing the continuous conflict among id, ego, and superego. According to Freud, sexuality is the core of all human behavior. According to him, the sexual needs of the individual are basic needs which have to be satisfied for the balanced growth of personality. Freud tried to provide an explanation of the development of human personality through his ideas about the sex. According to him, a knowledge of the sex needs of a person and the status of their satisfaction is sufficient to tell us all about a person's personality. A person is adjusted or maladjusted depending upon the extent to which his sexual needs are satisfied. So these were the concept of or the thought of Freud, who gave the psychoanalytical theory of personality. Alfred Adler began his career as an ophthalmologist. He joined Freud's School of Psychoanalysis and became one of his followers. He broke away from Freud mainly over the Freud's overemphasis on sex and founded a new school of psychology. His system is called the individual psychology because it lays emphasis on the individuality of human beings in terms of their unique characteristics. Adler was essentially forward-looking, motivation as a matter of moving toward the future rather than a product of our past. Disagreeing with Freud, he laid stress on the power motive and not sex as the life energy. The personality buildup of an individual depends upon his striving for the levels of his needs. All of us strive toward superiority, each individual in a different way. Adler called it the style of life. The kind of personality one possesses can be understood by studying one's style of life. Power motive, striving for superiority, and perfection. These were the major concepts of individual approach of personality. The behavior of an individual may be explained in terms of one's striving for the satisfaction of one's urge to dominate, to gain superiority, and to achieve perfection. Adler says this urge of dominance is innate and is a part of one's life, and in fact may be termed as life itself. Adler decided to call his approach the individual psychology, owing to the exact meaning of the word individual, that is, undivided. He criticized the traditional concept of personality. For him, each individual is unique in himself, as everyone has a definite goals and style of living his life. The kind of personality one possesses can be understood by studying one's style of life, the goals of life one has set for oneself, and the way one strives to achieve these goals. The individual approach to the study of personality patterns and maintain that there are no distinct personality types or classes. Each individual is unique in himself because everybody has a definite goal and style of his life. In the next video, we will discuss in detail the Adler's concept and ideas related to the description and understanding of personality development. Thank you.